Hey everyone, Summer here with AstariaSen, and I'm going to do a VR to Peekaboorose and Love and Crystals, who were talking about their favorite autumn 2020 fall decks. And I thought I would go ahead and do mine because I thought that would be really fun to do and kind of made me go through my decks, and I like going through my decks. So I don't have like a ton of like fall decks, especially like Halloweeny ones. I know lots of people do, I just don't. So I'm going to show you what I plan to use this fall. At least through November, I'm hoping. And then, yeah, that'll be fun, right? Okay, so one of the ones I've been working with and one of the ones that I really want to keep working with for this fall is the Ethereal Visions Tarot. I've been having a lot of fun using this deck, and I know that he's coming out with an Oracle soon, so I really wanted to get to know this so that I could play with the Oracle as well when it comes out. I know it's on Kickstarter. If I can find a link, I will put it in the description. I gotta find it. Another one that I plan to work with is the Hush Tarot. I haven't worked a lot with it, even though I've had it in my thing for a while. It's a little bit of a darker deck. So the cards on the back show that it's a darker deck. It's got that, there's like a lot of death, so it reminds me a lot of like something has to die in order for things to be rebirthed. And that's what fall season is about for me, the winter season coming. It's the dying of spring and summer and everything going into hibernation in order for everything to kind of reset, regroup, redo things, you know, and then come back again in the spring. So that's why I think this deck is perfect for things like that. Like, and look at that, this card is like perfect for a representation for what I was thinking about. So that's awesome. I love it. Okay. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do with this one. The Ethereal Vision one, the reason why I like it so much for fall, not just because I'm using it, is because the colorings on it. It's got those soft colors, yet it still has, the gold on it and stuff. That really kind of just reminds me of the leaves turning colors. So, and it's very soft, like subtle. So it kind of gives me that, it's like a feeling that, you know, fall comes on kind of, it doesn't come on suddenly, you know what I mean? It has that, the leaves turn colors in their own times, and they blossom in their own ways into new colors, and they fall off the trees, and there's a whole process that goes with it. And that's why it kind of reminds me of Ethereal Visions, because Ethereal Visions has a whole process that goes with it. And then I'm going to go ahead and try working again with the Joie de Vivre tarot deck. This deck right here is not one that I get along with well, but I keep trying, so I'm going to just continue to try. I do think the colorings and the art kind of remind me of fall and winter. More fall than winter, more autumn than anything else. Some of her other decks have like way more spring vibes to it, but this one has always just seemed a little bit darker to me. Maybe it's just this deck particularly. I don't think everybody sees the Joie de Vivre as a darker deck, but I most definitely do. Hello. What do we want to say? This one says the Chariot, so maybe it's just telling me that change is coming. So maybe it's willing to work with me. Who knows? We'll find out this winter, won't we? And then I have the other one that I like working with in fall is the Mystic Fairies Tarot. It's a really good fall deck because it's kind of like, it's reality based. I know that it has fairies and stuff on it, but the colorings are much more muted than a lot of other fairy decks that I have. And this deck right here has a lot more to do with like, it's kind of like more in your face. Like if I'm going to do a financial reading or something like that, I might use this deck rather than a love reading. This is the kind of deck that's going to be like, yeah, you screwed up right there, and we're not going to sugarcoat it for you. So I really like the Mystic Fairies for that, and I think winter is all about those kind of reflections and being able to see what you need to change for spring. And then I have one Halloweeny deck, just one. It's the only one I have, so be surprised. It is Witchlings. Yes, it is, by Miss Paulina Cassidy. And I told you, like, all of her other decks have, like, a way more lighter feel than the Joie de Vivre for me. But for some reason, Joie de Vivre just doesn't. But the witchlings I'm totally going to work with because it's becoming Halloween and Samhain, and just all the witchy stuff is going to come out, and I feel like that energy is just needs to be a part of autumn and the fall weather for me. And it's just such a pretty deck. It's such a pretty deck. I have it in, it's not all right side up, so yeah, because I used it the other day, and yeah. So, but I love this deck. It's a pretty deck, and it's got nice little sayings on it that I can go from. It's an oracle, so. But there you go. So those are the fall decks that I'm going to be working with, and yeah. So I should have fun finding out if joie de vivre is going to work with me or not. All right, you guys have a very great day.